So since now we have created Azure Key Vault in the previous video, or you have Azure Key Vault and you wanted it to access directly or your apps to access directly, you don't need to hard code your values at all. So what you can do, you can create your app as registration and give access to that. So what do I mean by app registration? So let's go to the portal.azure.com. Here you will find it out. You have to come and search for Entra ID, just like I have searched for it, Entra ID. So you will go inside Entra ID, and if you open the manage part, here you will find the app registration. So basically you are registering an app. So I have registered an app. If you want to create a new one, you can name it anyone, new app, and you wanted it to be on single directly, single tenant, so you can choose that. If you have different requirement, you can read about it and select it. Okay, and we'll just keep empty and we can click on register. So this, by doing this, you will have your app ready. Now your app registration is done. Now next part, how to give access so that it can access your keyboard. So next thing you have to do, you have to come here and search for IAM. So where do you find IAM? You can come search IAM over here, IAM over here, but you are not getting. So if you are going to click the subscription, once you click the subscription, it will ask for your subscription in whatever subscription you wanted to give access. For example, I wanted to give in this subscription, and here if I select IAM, I can go and select on role assignment. Okay. And here, if you see that I have already given access to that, and I'm calling it, my app is acting as a service principal. So if you wanted to create a new one, let's create a new one. Let's suppose if you wanted to get to know where is contributor role, so you have to come into this previous privileged administrator role, and you can choose the contributor role over here. So you can select the contributor role, and in the member, okay, why no member has been selected, so we can search for it. Select member, we can find CV app. This is CV as an application that we have registered in our Entra ID. If you come over here, just CV as an app. So you have to select this CV as an app. Once you select this, you can click on next, and once you click this next, once you click on this next, this app has this role, the contributor role. Now your app can directly talk and do the contribution. It can act as it doesn't need to do anything else. You don't need to provide hard-coded ID password or anything. Okay, once again, the two steps are completed. Now you have to give role to your access to permission, the CV as a role to your keys. So what we can do next, we can first go into that and go back to our keys. So here we have our key, and here we wanted to give access. So for that, we can click on access policies. In this access policy, you can come on create, and you can choose what are the permission you will need. You can choose everything that you wanted. For now, I wanted it to manage, get a list, maybe set. So these are 2-3 things that I wanted my keys to do. Next, it is asking for a principal. So what is my principal? My principal is basically the app CV as an app, which has permission that I have the CV as an app that I have created that has access to my Azure account as well through IAM. I have to give access to that, just like that. So you will find the CV Azure, and once you click on next, and it is saying that authorize application to perform a specified permission on the users or group on behalf. So it will act on your behalf. You don't need to provide any hard-coded value. And this is how you can review and create. And it has all the access to your application. So in just 3 steps, we have, after creating the key, you will able to give access to your application as well, and you can utilize to your application as well. And we will see in the next one how we are going to utilize in our apps as well.